Hello students, I am Sachin Prakash and I teach and mentor students in chemistry for IIT I believe that the real confidence which is required to crack this IIT exam will come only when you are confident in tackling good problems. And that clarity and understanding of concepts will only develop when you are really comfortable in handling these problems. So this video contains the paper discussion which I have conducted in my uh, classes online. Okay, and a lot of good doubts are there which I have discussed here. It will be helping you people in understanding, developing an understanding in how to approach and tackle good problems. Okay, and if you like this, if you found this paper discussion video to be useful and interesting, you can, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, which will surely, motivate me to add some more useful videos of this type. Okay, because ultimately it's this is just an effort, honest effort, small honest effort from my side to help the student, uh, help my students as well as other students also in their ITJ preparation. So let us begin with this paper discussion. Okay.
Okay, so today we are going to discuss WTM09. Okay, this is a paper which is based on complete ionic equilibrium syllabus. So these are the questions which have come. Okay, so there are like 20 questions which are single correct, and then 5 are like numerical value type. So let us start with the questions. Okay, question number 51 to 55. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, that is good. Then 56 to 58.
No, sir.
No,
No,
that
sir.
is very good. 59 to 62.
59.
59. Okay, so this question I actually gave in the doubts also you people to do. Okay, let us see how we are going to do this question. I think in this question, nothing is given about alpha and nothing is given about Ka also. Okay, so I will be writing it like HA, giving H plus A minus. Okay, and it is given that pH of a weak monoprotic acid is 4. So you see C is given to be 0.01 molar. Normal and molar will be same because it's a monoprotic acid. Okay, so if it is C00, C into 1 minus alpha, C alpha and C alpha. Okay, now you see it is given that this C alpha is equal to 10 to the power minus 4. Initially the pH is 4, the concentration of H plus is 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, so now you see in all cases, what is the value of alpha?
10
Alpha will
power.
be 10 to the power minus 4 by C. Okay, alpha
10.
will be 10 to the power minus 4 by C. Okay, and if it is a weak monoprotic acid, okay, then we can assume that the C1 to 1 minus alpha can be approximately be equal to C only. So alpha is 10 to the power minus 4 C. Okay, then what will be the value of K? K will be under root of 10 to the power minus 4 by C into alpha square. K will be C alpha square by 1 minus alpha, and that will be approximately equal to C alpha square because 1 minus alpha is. So C alpha square will be 10 to the power minus 4 by C square into C. So it is 10 to the minus 8 into C.
By C.
By C, yeah. So K is something like this. If you take the value of C to be 0.01, it is 10 to the power minus 10. Okay. Now, you see, if you are diluting C2, what you say as 100 times. Okay. The new concentration is what? 10 to the power
The
minus
K will be 10 power minus 6, no, sir?
what? Okay, yeah, sorry, it will be 10 to the power minus 6. My mistake. Okay, C is 0.01. Oh, so, okay, let me write the full expression, then it will be easier. 0.01 is 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. Now you see, when you are diluting C, the HA by 100 times, 0.01 becomes 10 to the power minus 4 because you are diluting it by 100 times. Now at this concentration, okay, now K will remain 10 to the power minus 6 only. Okay. Now you see, if you are calculating alpha, what was the value of alpha? Alpha was 10 to the power minus 4 by 0.01. It is 10 to the power minus 2. So our assumption was correct. Are you getting a point? Yes or no? 1 minus alpha
Yes,
is approximately equal to 1. Now, if I am taking C dash to be 10 to the power minus 4, again, K will be equal to what? C dash into alpha square by 1 minus alpha. Okay. Now you see here we have diluted the solution too much. So we have to check whether our approximation will be valid or not. So what I am going to do is that I'm not taking the approximation. I'm going for the exact expression. So you see C dash alpha square by 1 minus alpha is equal to 10 to the power minus 6. Alpha square by 1 minus alpha is equal to 10 to the power minus 6, where C dash is what you say as 10 to the power minus 4. Okay. So that is 10 to the power minus 2. Okay. So you see, alpha square by 1 minus alpha is equal to 10 to the power minus 2 or 1 by 100. So you see, if you neglect 1 with respect to alpha, then alpha will come out to be 10%. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? So in that case, in that case, the approximation won't be valid. So it is better to solve the quadratic equation. 100 alpha square will be equal to 1 minus alpha, or 100 plus alpha minus 1 is equal to 0. So alpha will be equal to minus 1 plus under root of 1 plus 400 by 200. So it's minus 1 plus 20.1 sort of thing by 200. Okay. So it's basically 19.1 by 200. So this will be slightly less than 10%. Okay, if you do the calculation.
Sir, can't we just take concentration of H plus ion with the like C value considering as 10 power minus 4?
That is what we are doing now. But you see, if you write that to be K into C, that is what you are trying to say, no?
Yes, sir.
From that also, I think you will get the answer. I think you will be getting the answer from that.
Yes,
But
sir.
that will be the correct method, because you see, getting the answer is not my priority. Doing it the right way is more important. You see, if you are writing under root K into C, okay, if concentration of H plus, then you are using the fact that alpha is less than 0.05. Are you getting a point? So approximately the answer will come to be 5 only, but it is important that you need to calculate the value of alpha. Okay. Are you getting a point? So you see, alpha, if it is greater than 5%, you cannot take that approximation. Are you getting a point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now the H plus concentration will be C alpha. It will be 10 to the power minus 4 into 0.095. So it will be like 9.5 into 10 to the power minus 6. So pH will be 6 minus log of 9.5. Okay. So see, I know that this question is not a question which you people will be having problem, but it is important to know that what is the right method to do. So it will come out to be close to 5. So even if you don't take the approximation, you will get the same answer. But that won't be exactly the correct method of doing it, because it is exceeding our limit of approximation. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 59 is done. After that,
61.
61.
62.
Okay, one by one. Now, when you're talking 61, find the sulfide and saturated solution of 0.1 molar H2S, where if the pH was adjusted to 2 by adding HCl. Okay, so you see, it is basically saying that the concentration of H plus is 10 to the power minus 2.
Minus.
Okay, and then it is asking what is the concentration of sulfide ion. Okay, so you see, you can write H2S directly giving, because the H plus ion concentration is constant, you can write it as 2H plus into concentration of H2 minus. Okay, they have not given Ka1 and K2, they have given Ka composite. Okay, so you see the Ka value is like 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 21. So I can assume that the dissociation of H2S is negligible. So I can write, so this will be approximately equal to how much? 0.1 molar only. Okay, and this is fixed at 10 to the power minus 2. So I can find the value of this. We write Ka is equal to concentration of H plus square, concentration of sulfide ion, the concentration of H2S. Yes. 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 21, 10 to the power minus 2 square into sulfide ion by H2S concentration is 10 to the power minus 1 is 0.1 molar. So concentration of sulfide ion will be 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 18. Okay?
Yes,
I think we discussed this type of problem in the class. No. In solubility product also we have discussed this time. Actually it was a part of a bigger problem. Yes.
Hello?
1 minute. I'm just muting all of you. Yeah. After 61, 63 is it out?
62, sir.
62. Now you see 0.1 molar NaOH is titrated as 0.1 molar acetic acid. Okay, find the change in pH between 1/4 and 3/4 of neutralization of acetic acid. So let us take 100 ml of 0.1 molar acetic acid. Okay, of 1 liter of 0.1 molar acetic acid, which is better. So 1 liter of 0.1 molar acetic acid means what? My volume is 1 liter and I am adding millimoles of NaOH from outside. No, okay. They are saying that they are adding 0.1 molar NaOH. Okay. So if you are adding NaOH, then you have to add 0.1 molar. How much? 1 liter you have to add? Are you getting my point? Why? Because my reaction will be what? Acetic acid plus OH minus giving acetate ion plus H2. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? So initially I am having like 100 ml of 100 millimoles of acetic acid. Now you see, if you take 1 liter of 0.1 molar acetic acid, then for complete neutralization, you have to add 1 liter of NaOH. This you should keep in mind. Now, it is saying that 0.1, you are having 25% utilization. So 25% utilization means for 100 millimoles of NaOH, how much millimoles of OH minus you have added? Tell me. 25 millimoles? Yes or no? Okay. So this is 0, 0. So finally, how much you will be left with? 75 of this, 0 and 25. Are you getting a point? In terms of millimoles. See, if you have 100 millimoles of acid, you need 100 millimoles of base for complete neutralization. If it is a monoprotic acid. Are you getting a point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this will be what? This will be a buffer because pH is always decided by the products, not by the reactants. So this is what a buffer because you have acetic acid as well as acetate ion. Getting a point? Yes or no? So what is the pH? 1. It will be pK. Okay. So let us say that we don't know the pK. Plus log of acetate ion, which is 25 by acetic acid, which is 75. Because you see, when it is a buffer, you don't need to worry about the volume because volume will be common for acetic acid as well as acetate ion. So we can write millimoles by millimole. Okay, so it will be pK minus log 3. Okay, similarly, if you are doing 75% neutralization,
PK.
it will be pK plus log 2.
Yes, sir.
Right? It is 100. If you are doing 75% neutralization, then it will be 25, 0 and 75. So pH 2 equal to pK plus log 75 by 25. 100. It will be pK plus log 3. 1 minute. Let me keep it up because okay. So this is pK plus log 3. So delta pH will be 2 log 3. So it is 0.96. Okay, they are giving 2 log 3, so that is good. 62 is clear? Now after 62.
64.
64.
63.
63. Okay, let us see 63 first. 63 says that you are mixing two solutions. Okay. So you have acetic acid and you are mixing acetate ion. I say acetic acid and acetate ion would not react with each other because they are conjugate acid-base pair. So they will be in equilibrium with each other. Are you getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, you see, you have taken 50 ml and 0.2 molar. So what is the number of millimoles? 10 millimoles. And acetate ion you have taken 25 ml and let us say X molar. So how many millimoles you have taken? 25x millimoles. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Now you see here the pH is 4.8. So pH is equal to pK is equal to 4.8.
Concentration of salt is equal.
This means that the concentration of acetic acid will be equal to concentration of acetate ion. This is a direct application of this. You don't even have to write the formula. So it is 10 is equal to 25 into X. Okay, so X is equal to 10 by 25, 0.4. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
That is why I discussed that point. Okay, after 63, 64 is a doubt?
Yes, sir.
Now you see, I have given you that buffer will be formed if there is partial neutralization.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you don't have to do anything, you have to just check if this means that partial neutralization is millimoles of milli equivalent of base should be less than milli equivalent of acid. Getting my point? So you see, what is the milli equivalent of acid here? 50. What is the milli equivalent of base here? 50. So it will form hydrolysis. Anion, and complete neutralization will give anion. In this case, you have 50 here and 100 here. So the resultant solution will be basic in nature. This is 100 here and 50 here. So in this case, this will be a buffer. In this case, you have 50 here and you are having 50 here. So again, it is complete neutralization. Getting a point?
Yes, sir.
So answer is option 3. 65, not a doubt.
No,
65,
sir.
66, no.
So 66.
Which part?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay,
So 68.
68. Okay. 67 is so directly from the, I think, the material only. 68, okay. You see, it is saying 5.35 grams of NH4Cl was added to 1 liter of 0.4 molar NH4OH. Okay, you have to find the pH of the solution, basically OH minus, pOH of the solution sort of thing. So you see, first you check how much of NH4Cl we have added. 5.35 grams of NaCl. Now what is the weight of NH4Cl? It is 14 plus 4, 18 plus 35.5.
53.5.
53.5. So 5.35 grams will be 5.35 by 53.5 moles. This is 10 milli. What it says? 0.1 moles. You see here the volume is given in liters, so we'll keep everything in moles. So you see moles of NH4 plus, NH4Cl basically represents NH4 plus. So you have 0.1 mole of this and NH4OH. How many moles you are having?
0.4
0.4.
kb, 1.8.
Okay. And Kb is given to be 1.8. So what is the pKb? pKb will be 5 minus log 1.8. What is the pOH? It will be pKb plus log of salt by base. In this case, this is the salt, this is the base, and this is the basic buffer. So it will be 5 minus log 1.8. Okay, plus log of salt by base. Salt is how much? 0.1. Base is how much? 1 by 4. It's 5 minus log of 1.8 minus log 4. So it is 5 minus log of 7.2.
So kb is equals to concentration of NH4 plus into concentration of OH minus by concentration of NH4OH.
Yeah, from that also you can do. You'll get the same answer. So concentration of OH minus is like 7.2 into 10 power minus 5. From that also you'll get the same answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because this formula is coming from this expression only, no?
Yes, sir.
It comes from, you take log on both sides and you'll get this same formula. Okay. Getting a point, everyone? 68 is done. After that, 69, 70, 69. Yes?
70, sir.
Okay. In 69, you have to just check, you see, volume of NaOH is they are adding. This means that your solution is acidic. So pH will be starting initially at a lower value. So this will be the answer. Since it is a monoprotic, HCl is a monoprotic acid, you cannot have multiple steps. So 3 cannot be the answer.
Yes.
Okay, so we have discussed the whole class on this. After this, 70 is a doubt?
Yes, sir. 70.
Okay. I think lot of you people asked questions similar to 70 in the doubts. See, I will request every one of you to attend a doubt group. Okay, means all the good points which I get when I am telling you people doubts, I will share it there. Okay, so that will give you an extra insight to the subject which is required. Are you getting a point? Means there, not everything can be taught during the lecture point. Okay, and I personally believe that 80% of the things which you will learn during the problem solving period only. Okay, so all the important points which I get when I am telling you people doubt, I share it on that group. Okay, so it will be very helpful if you will be attending those, because a lot of questions which have come, you know, those type of questions have been discussed there. Okay, and you will be getting all the good collection of problems there. Okay, because you people will be doing questions from different sources, and your doubts will be good doubts.
Sir, we are not in that group.
Yeah, so for that you have to message me, and you know, just message me to add, and I will give you the link. Okay, please, everyone should at least join it. Okay, question number 70. You see, you have 0.1 molar Ba2 plus ions and 0.1 molar Sr2 plus ions in aqueous solution, and you are adding potassium dichromate. Now, what is the concentration of Ba2 plus left when potassium? It should be K2CrO4 actually, not K2Cr2O7. Okay, because they have given solubility product of, yeah, they have given solubility product of, so this should be actually K2CrO4. Okay, now you see, when you have both barium 2 plus and 0.1 molar Sr2 plus, we have to find the chromate ion concentration for which barium 2 plus will get precipitated. So Ba2 plus precipitation, what is the chromate ion concentration for Ba2 plus precipitation? Now you see, my concentration of Ba2 plus is how much? I am dealing with, I can always write this. Yes or no? Now you see, Ba2 plus, it is given to be 0.1 molar. So what is the chromate ion concentration required to precipitate Ba2 plus? It will be Ksp. What is the Ksp of barium chromate? 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 10 by 0.1. So 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 9. Means when you are adding, the moment we reach chromate ion concentration 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 9, barium 2 plus will start precipitating. Now if I am talking about a precipitation of Sr2 plus precipitation, then I can write Sr2 plus into CrO4 2 minus. It will be equal to Ksp of SrCrO4. So this is given to be 0.1 molar. So what is the chromate ion concentration required for precipitation of strontium chromate? It will be Ksp by 0.1. So it is 3.6 into 10 to the power minus 5 by 0.1. So it is 3.6 into 10 to the power minus 4. And you see, if you, this is a lower concentration. When this means that when you are adding chromate ion, then which will precipitate first? Barium chromate, because you will, when you are adding, first you will reach the lower concentration, then you will give the higher concentration. Getting the point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you see, this means that barium 2 plus will start precipitating first. So they are asking how much concentration of Ba2 plus will be left when strontium chromate starts getting precipitated. Now you see, the moment when you are at the starting of this, the chromate ion concentration is this. Okay. Now, at that point, sum of barium 2 plus will be left. How will we find that? That barium 2 plus will be still following this KSV of barium chromate. Now you see, the starting concentration of precipitation of SR2 plus is 3.6 into 10 power minus 4. And KSV of barium chromate is known. So what is the barium 2 plus left when the strontium chromate is going to precipitate? It will be 1.2 into 10 power minus 10 by 3.6 into 10 power minus 4. It is like 1 by 3 into 10 to the power minus 6.
3.3 to 10 power minus
Or
7.
3.3 into 10 to the power minus 7. Are you getting my point? So you see, initially it was 0.1 molar barium 2 plus. But you see, the moment you increase the chromate ion concentration, most of the barium was precipitated. So what is left is a very minute quantity, like 10 power minus 7. Okay. So NT is done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after this, 71 to 75.
No doubt, sir.
No doubts in 71 to 75?
No, sir.
Okay. So then today's paper discussion is really very short. Okay. So I believe that whatever questions which we discussed during the practice was helpful for you people.
The 74.
74. Okay. 74. Okay. Let us see. It is giving what is the molar solubility of FeOH whole twice at pH 30. Okay. So 74.
Sir?
Yeah.
One scroll up, sir.
More?
Not question paper, sir.
Huh? More up.
Asking notes.
Okay, notes. I will share the notes, don't worry. More up? Or is it okay? Yes, no.
Thank you, sir. It's okay.
Okay. Now you see in the question number 74, they have given pH to be 30. What is the concentration of OH minus 10 to the power minus 1?
Minus
Okay.
1.
Now you see, the solubility of salt will be same as the concentration of Fe2 plus, because if S moles of it is dissolved, you get S moles of Fe2 plus. OH minus is controlled externally here. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So I can write concentration of Fe2 plus into OH minus concentration square is equal to
Yes,
KSP. So you see Fe2 plus is S into 10 to the power minus 1 square is equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 16. So solubility is equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 40. So they are asking what will be X. X is this. Okay. Any other doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
So start advanced paper 8 discussion.
Paper discussion advanced. Okay. I have not gone through the paper once. Okay. So
Tomorrow.
can we? Huh?
Discuss it tomorrow.
I will discuss it tomorrow. Okay. Let me just go through the paper once. Okay.
Sir,
Sir, the
NCERT
NCERT thing in which you upload, sir, Google Drive or in WhatsApp you will send, sir?
I am uploading everything on Teams right now. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just okay.
send me to
So
WhatsApp.
1 minute. I'm stopping the recording now. Okay. The paper discussion is done.